Hey guys, I cannot believe it's already the end of March. Like tomorrow is the last day. So as promised, I am coming back to you guys with another video in a day of a life of a social worker. So my topic, it's really more of like a check-in. It's more of, I guess, the aftermath of the panorama, whatever you want to call it, that we are currently still in. So just, kind of like a check-in. I don't really have a specified topic, but that's really, sometime in social work we just have check-ins. So I am checking in with you guys. How are you guys doing in your state? So my state recently opened everything back up to 100% as of March 19th. Yes. I want to say it was a Friday. It was a Friday, March 19th. My state is now, everything is completely opened up back to capacity besides like movie theaters, and I can't remember if restaurants are like 80%. I can't remember, but I know movie theaters, but I believe everything now is completely open. Everything can go back to the regular scheduled time. They don't have to close early anymore. So, and again, I'm in Connecticut. So this is Connecticut. New York and New Jersey are still doing things slightly different, even though we're considered a tri-state, because, their numbers are constantly climbing. Our numbers have been steady, even though I did see, an increase the past 2 weeks since we've been open. People are definitely out because, they got money. Okay. A lot of y'all got money. A lot of y'all got stimmies, checks, tax, what do you call it? We are in income tax season. So everybody out here are out and about acting a fool. They all got money. I don't get taxes, and usually I get a bill. So I'm not part of that crowd, but enjoy it. I'm happy for you guys. But, and with that being said, with our state opening back up, so we are dealing with, again, the aftermath of the panorama, right? We are dealing with the aftermath. Sometimes it feels like you're in the twilight zone because the cases that are coming in, sometimes I'm like, wait, seriously, this can't be real. Besides our typical homeless, our typical everybody needs help, everyone is homeless, and depending on the state you are in, there's not much resources out there. The shelters are still at capacity. They're still not accepting. So whatever your prior living arrangements is what you will go back to, unfortunately, because this is what the state offers. And I always tell people this, people move from state to state. They don't research the state. They have no idea the services in the state. People come here from all over and they're looking for shelter. They're looking for home. And I'm just like, okay, you have to call 211. Well, I called 211. And what did they say? They have no bed. So what do I do? It's a hospital, boo. Can't stay here, and it's hard because as a social worker, I want to help. I want to find you a place to live, but that is impossible. I cannot do that. I don't have the financial means to pay your rent plus mine. It's just no way. So people get frustrated. The doctors get frustrated because they feel that you're not helping. Well, I'm sorry. Research the state that you live in. This is what the state offers for help. So again, if you have an issue, this is when I tell people to contact your legislator. These wonderful people that we put in office, call them, write them, email them. Let them know some of the services that we need, some of the things that you see, whether it's in a hospital, in your community. This is, I had a patient that is trying to get into an inpatient substance abuse rehab, but then due to his medical issues, right, they won't take him. A lot of them don't want to take him. They don't want the liability. Again, write your legislator. The people that we put in place that we vote for. These are the people you need to reach out to so that way they can help change some of these rules, help change some of these laws. But you're looking for the social worker to make a miracle. I know they call us miracle workers, but there's only so much that we can do. There's only one miracle worker. His name is Jesus, God, Father. Okay? I cannot move the mountains. I cannot make the sea and you can walk across it. I cannot do that. So this month has been, I could say, is a highly stressful month because again, people are out, people got money, People have rent that they haven't paid since before COVID. So now they're coming to the hospital with the sad story, but sweetie, you wasn't paying rent before COVID. So how did you think you were gonna live rent free forever? Let me know where they do that, because I want to have a mortgage or rent or whatever that I don't have to pay and I could just live for free. I would love to have that, but unfortunately that's not it. And as a social worker, it's like you feel so sad, but you can't take that in. You can't make it personal. You know what I mean? Everybody has a choice. Everybody has decision. People have priority. People will spend money on what's important to them. Because I'm going to tell you, you have some patients who get the stimulus check and they are literally thinking about food, thinking about paying their bills, thinking about this. Then you have others that you see that they out here shopping, they're on vacation, they buying expensive hair, expensive product, clothes, but then they're the same ones who come into the hospital and have no place to go or they can't pay rent. Well, sweetie, before you bought that weave, how about you made a payment arrangement with your landlord, with your property manager, with whoever it is that you live with? How about that? You have, and it's just the stories that you get, it's overwhelming. It's frustrating. It's annoying. And then on top of it, another thing that's happening, I work in an inner city hospital. So now you have, with the world opening, guess what? Gunshots. This week we had about 4. And it's only Tuesday. So you have that, because now people are seeing people that they had issues with, or they haven't seen a long time, or they're hanging out with, or we get, of course, the ones that are getting high on PCP, and then now they're fighting each other and they were friends. So now your crime rates are going up because people are back out. They're hanging out. So with that being said, I can see where the summer is heading already, because the spring that we are having is not fun. The consults are overwhelming. Everyone needs some type of help. And at the same time, it's sad that patients, they have to be discharged back to their car or under the bridge, because we are a hospital. We can only provide the service. And once that service is provided, you're medically clear, we can't house you. We can't give you money. We can give you the resources. We can connect you. But again, the only good thing in this state is that they did add a housing resource to help people and to work with people who, again, you have to qualify. You have to meet a criteria. Don't tell me you're making $80,000 and you can't pay your rent. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, things are tight. There are people that, make decent money, but it's expensive. Depending on the state that you live in, Connecticut is an expensive state to live here. Trust me, I know. It's a very expensive state. We pay a lot of taxes in this state. Okay? And again, some of us don't get nothing back or get a bill. So with that being said, and where's this money going to? It's not going to education. It's not going to social services program. It's going to other areas, So it's a lot. It's so frustrating where there's not much I can do. This is all I know to do. This is the resource that I know that's out there, but then there's nothing else I can provide that patient with. So it's so frustrating. I have to tell you. So that's pretty much been the month of March. It's been the consults, they're coming because people are coming. People are getting out. You're getting themselves into trouble. Now, of course, my unit is respiratory, so my unit is still the only one that will always remain a unit for people who are highly sick. So my unit will remain that until further notice. So with that being said, with people getting out, I'm hoping, because I keep hearing different things about this panorama, different variants. So I don't think we're going to close or cut down. I think now with vaccines that are being administered, that are out, and our state is doing a wonderful job of supplying the vaccine. So basically you're at the, it's like you're in school, right? The teacher gave you the lesson, you took notes. You have a pen, you have a paper, you have all the equipment, you have everything that you need, and they're like, okay, go. Because this is where we're at. They did everything they can. We still need to wear masks. We're still a mask state. I know some other states are a little special. They don't want people wearing masks, which I don't understand that. We still wear masks. It's required everywhere. and we still have to socially distance, 6 feet apart. Again, I don't know why people should still wash your hands. Nasty. You need to wash your hands. You need to have hand sanitizer. Okay. And if you want to get vaccination, it's available. If you don't want to, you don't want to. Build your immune system up. I do. I build my immune system up all the time. So, with that being said, it's like my state is literally like we gave you everything. We have everything available to you to stay safe. You know what you need to do. You're an adult. Go. That's literally where we're at. So if you want to be reckless, you want to do what you want to do, and you end up sick, something worse, or people out here fighting, whatever the situation is, that's on you. We're not going back. It's time to stimulate our economy. Time to get our kids back in school. Well, my child been in school. She goes to a magnet school. She's been in school. But others have been in a hybrid. So, in order to get people back to work, you got to get the kids back to school. Because if the children are not back to school, you can't get the kids back to work. You can't get the adults back to work. So, but, it's been heavy. It's been a lot of work. Even as I sat here and said, oh my God, I need to do this video because I'm just tired. Like, I usually drink 1 cup of coffee a day, and today I stopped at Starbucks because I just needed a white chocolate mocha. Just to because usually I come home and I literally just sit on my couch, stare outside the window, and just doze off. Because we're tired. It's right now, and we knew this was gonna happen. We knew once the panorama and the world was gonna open back up, people were gonna be acting crazy. I mean, I saw what happened in Florida in spring break. I was just like, oh no, y'all need a quarantine for a month. You guys need a 30 days time out. This is ridiculous. But people, you have a decision to make. You are responsible for yourself. I would say that no one's responsible for you. You are responsible for yourself. So you have to do what's safe for yourself and for others. And it's life. Everybody has to pick a choice. Some people choose to pay their rent and their mortgage. Others choose not to. Or others choose to spend their money elsewhere. And then we come running to the hospital. I can afford the $5 meds. Okay. But you can afford the Jordans on your foot. You can afford that iPhone that looks like a 12. And again, not judging. It's just that, again, we need to really look into our priorities, and it's sad because we do have patients that just the priorities are off. Let's just be real. We have patients, they put in social work contract because the patient needs gas money. I'm like, I need gas money too. Like, my truck needs gas in order for me to get to work. Why would that not be important to you to put gas money in your car? The hospital don't supply gas money, but this is some of the consults and stuff that you get, and you're like, seriously? So it's exhausting. I don't know what's going on in some, I would love to hear what's going on in other states. Are you guys back to, are you guys open to full capacity? Are you seeing an increase in social service? Increase in hospitalizations as far as patients coming in for non-panorama, but affects the aftermath of the panorama. So, as a social worker, you guys do have a lot of consults. Like, talk to me, ask me questions, leave me comments, like, what's going on? I want to know what's going on in other states. I would love to go on vacation this year, but at the same time, I just keep staying home and keep changing up my home. Literally, I change rooms around, living rooms around. I changed my beauty room. I bought new because I want to go away, but then I'm just not there yet because of everything else and others being so irresponsible. So I don't know. So we just will have to see. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to do a quick check-in. Like, it is the end of March, so I wanted to keep my promise and come to you with my second video. So again, comment, rate, subscribe. If you have any questions regarding social work, please ask. Any ideas or topic for videos, please ask. Leave it down below. I will always try my best. And let me know what's going on in your state. Thanks for watching.